Welcome to this week's update. This week we are going to see some really big noticeable changes. The first being the crane at the Parkway Bridge and the pad that keeps extending. I don't know where they're going to end the gravel at, but it is getting bigger and bigger. There is a guess on a surprise at the French Broad. Clear Creek looks like it's getting the curing stuff taken off so that it's going to be, connected to the road and painted and finished. And there seems to be no end to silence. That silence wall that started at the way station on the east side as we're traveling south from the airport, it's looking like it's gonna keep going and going and going. So it'll be interesting to see where that ends up. But for now, let us enjoy going under 191 and getting into the construction area. It was a really nice day today. Very clear, and I'm very tired. I'm going to bed as soon as I get this put up. Ugh. Okay. Coming down in here, there appears to be a good bit of movement of product. Those pipes and all, don't know if those are new, but the pallets of the rebar seems to have been moved. There used to be more of them. They seem to have been moved down to closer to the bridge so that they can do some more paving. This is getting prepped and rolled flat, so I honestly think that they're going to start putting down filter paper and doing the next layer this coming week so that they can have it paved, I don't know, end of September, early October at the latest. But nice shot of the bridge right here. You can get a bit of a look across it. Of course, I'm looking at a large screen. The bigger the screen, the better you can see it. A lot of stuff happening here. They're also rolling this other end, not quite up to the bridge, but from about where they have those. And there is a skidder. There's a skidder over there. Why are they moving logs? Where are they cutting trees down at that they need a skidder for? Huh? I don't understand. Oh well. Lots of stuff sitting there waiting to be used for paving. And we go up the hill to the parkway. Be careful about right there when it's heavy rain, because it does give you hydroplane in that straight section. I've done it at least a couple of times. Have to be under 60. So come up here, I switch to the other lane, and oh, I'm tired. We have someone going slow, and I had to slow down for him. There's all of the rebar for the paving. And there's the crane. It has moved. It is on a pad, and you can just see another truck dumping some gravel right over here. And it's like, when are you going to stop putting down gravel for this? They're making that pad huge. This other crane hasn't moved. Don't know what it's going to be used for. But they have taken up a lot of gravel. In fact, they've taken out a lot of the mechanical stabilization mats. They're grinding some asphalt there. Going to be probably grinding up. Oh, that truck there is bringing water to the grinder. Saw them hooking up to that to pump water through the system so it stays cool. Yesterday, yeah, Thursday, they were sitting there waiting on the water to get there. So I'm imagining that truck is going to deliver some water to the grinder. Got some more paving rebar there. There's a lot of paving going to happen. Got a bunch of work dug out there. Beside the Long Shoals Bridge. Can't see a whole lot going over the hill, but I know there's a lot of work going on. Pass through the blind part. There is dirt that has been pushed up close to the lane here, and I can't figure out where it came from and what it's there for, because the hill was steep, so they pushed a lot of dirt right there up. And maybe they're gonna make a retaining wall. I don't know. It's puzzling. And then there's a lot of work going on right here. I think I went through it about 10 o'clock. And there's a row of trucks lined up to have the asphalt ground into. I passed this guy. He was going super slow. Everybody here was, because it was backed up at the airport, going to the airport. But there's pipes and stuff there, not just filter paper. I still wonder when they're going to take out the Glen Bridge Road Bridge, because nobody's at it. You can see it right here. Nobody's touching it. It's just there, waiting on something more important, I guess. A lot of backups here. But they have a excavator 𝐥𝐤𝐤 up here digging up the concrete, the old lanes, and I think that I see it. Oh heavens, where is it? It's right up here. Yeah, those trucks are going up to get concrete dumped into them. And I'm passing everybody because they're all sitting still waiting to get into. There's the excavator. That's the end of the concrete right there. And they work up the hill a little bit. Everybody's waiting to get into the airport exit. So I pass everybody. Might be able to see some on the side view. I don't know. They have cleared out a good bit of this paving here. course they have to still have the exit ramp. So it's going to be interesting to see how they do this, because they might do it like Long Shoals, where they build a new on-ramp and extend it out a couple hundred feet so that we go around the area that they're going to tear up. They've got a hole there. I don't know what they're digging out, but they've got a hole there. Right at the bridge. And I passed this guy going into the little S-curve. And then all of the paving in between. I'm not sure that they're worried about this right now, because they've got the paving that they're finishing down. Had a car that wanted to pass me. Beamer 750, and he was hauling. The paving that they're doing down south of Fletcher, it seems like they've got a lot of focus down there, and I think that they're not going to be doing any more serious work here between the airport and Cane Creek until they get that work done. It just appears that way, but you know, who knows. And most of this is done, so they could be waiting for the stuff from Fletcher going south to be finished. I don't know. A lot of little things to do. And they were digging a hole right there. I mean, I couldn't see much of it, but it was looking like a person could stand up in it and not have their head out of the hole. I have somebody laughing in the background. That's some video or something they're looking at. So going past the Meritor Cummins, because Cummins bought out Meritor. And I wasn't even going all that slow, and these guys were passing me. I can't wait for this thing to get done, and everybody's going to be doing 80, 90 miles an hour through here. It's going to be nuts. This silence wall appears to be ended, but I don't know. It may extend past the industrial plant. Kind of doubt it, but it might. Who knows? Coming down here to the exit, they did change the angle of the exit a little bit. They must have been doing that last week. Or I'm sorry, the other lane. Because it's not quite as drastic of a turn this week. So, who knows? New on-ramps on both sides. Off-and on-ramps, whatever. A lot of work going over there under the other side of the bridge. And we go over the newly finished bridge and don't get to see much underneath, but on the way back I saw that they had taken out some of the bridge, so watch for that. And there was a lot of traffic. I was thinking it was backed up, but it was just a lot of traffic. Got this center section here that is, I guess, going to be changed when they finish up the bridge. Who knows? And just keep moving. Can't see a whole boatload of a lot because we're on the far side. But we're going to come up to the way station, if I remember correctly, at this next hill. And what I thought was happening did happen. Couldn't see it very well last week because I had the sun in my face. But the silence wall on the north side of the way station has been terminated. And it even has a few panels in. And I thought they were working right there to build further down, but I guess they're just spreading out the panels or something, because the crane was moving back and forth, and I'm like, you have to set up and be stable to put things up. So who knows, he was moving here, and some of those panels were in place and they're just getting ready to put in more. I don't understand the process, and I kind of wish I did, but I'm enjoying watching what I am. Then we got this whole long silence wall going over the bridge, and then at the bridge it looks like it's going to end, but they put the driller, auger, whatever it is, on the south side of the bridge, and they have a whole bunch of poles over there, so they're going to be extending that silence wall. I don't know how far, I couldn't count the poles, but you can see them piled up there, and they've got a truck delivering some more. So that's going to be interesting to see if they're going to take that silence wall all the way to Hendersonville. Of course, they got this hill here, so they might terminate it a couple of times. Who knows? Climbing the hill. A little bit of movement on the other side, but most of this has been paved, so not much to look at. And I'm getting past. Oh well. Come over the hill. Oh, I was surprised with this one. They have the rock crusher has been taken away, and all of that gravel and rock that had been built up to go underneath it, I think it's coming over the top of this hill. It's gone. They dug down a pit over there. I was quite surprised to see that gone, because what are they going to do to get more gravel? Maybe they're not excavating enough anymore? I don't know. Then we go down the hill and we come up on Clear Creek. I think that's Clear Creek Road. I don't remember. And then Clear Creek up here. And I had to pull in behind this guy because I couldn't pass him safely. I tried to back off a little bit, but oh well. We got a decent shot of the bridge here. Looks like they're packing everything up. Oh, the other thing about the way station, they're setting up rebar on the we're going south, that's west. On the west side, in that way station, they've got these pillars and big old flat sheets, like they're going to be building some bridges or something. Big old pieces of rebar there. No idea. It looked like they were great big flat pieces that could be footings for bridges. Where the heck do we need another bridge? I just can't even guess what's going on with that. But they're making these monster cages with rebar, so something's going on. Time to do the clover leaves. Slow down to an appropriate speed. Get passed by everybody. And the mural is looking really neat. It's still got some white patches, so maybe there's something not quite understood. But it's right at it's behind a fence, so something's odd with that. But they're getting a lot of detail on it, and it's really, really looking neat. Too bad you can't see a whole lot out of this view. you should be able to see a lot more with the left view when I put that up. And I slowed down a little bit to let you see. And back we go north. So not a whole lot to see in this section because we're just looking on the other side. Kind of wonder if that silence wall is 100% complete or just mostly. I think it's pretty much done. But the other side, are they going to put another silence wall up? Who knows? It'll be interesting to see. And go past Clear Creek. Again, got the crane there. Still lifting stuff onto the bridge, so they're still doing big work. Building up the sides and all. Again, coming up here on this hill, you can just see the place where the rock crusher was, and it's a pit. I mean, literally, they've dug out everything. I guess you'll have to look at the right side view to see that completely, but there's a hole there. I was very surprised to see that gone. One thing that could be neat though is to take this front view from the dash cam and have the other two views beside it if you have a 3-screen setup, and give yourself a 180 view. That could be fun. I haven't done it myself. I may edit a video together just to see what it looks like to do that. They're moving something up there. Maybe getting ready for the shoulder. And so we come down here. This is quite a lot of paving. They've done a lot going down here. All the way past. This was, good grief, a good mile extension of the paving this last week. There's the legs for the silence wall. Count them if you can, but it looks like there's gonna be at least 20 or 30 more pieces on the south side of that bridge. And see if you can look over there to the left at all of those rebar cages. They're big. Lots of big pieces of rebar cages. Wonder where they're going. That will be an interesting thing to find out. And that crane was rolling down here to move something else. I don't understand why it was moving. If they're going to be placing pieces, they need to stabilize it and level it and all. Who knows? And there is the concrete paver. It has moved a long way. Very long way. I don't remember how many lanes were done before, but they've got a huge amount finished this week. And it looks like they'll be paving again real soon, because that's the filter paper. So we're likely to have this paved most of the way to the new bridge, or right there, whatever. roller compactor, and they're working at the bridge, getting stuff torn up to do more paving fairly soon. And this is the bridge. You can see pieces of the bridge right there that they've torn up, and they've got the center section out. Couldn't tell while I was driving. They're also digging or placing for the on-ramp there. I can't figure out which, but maybe they're working to stabilize the ground so they can have a exit ramp that's further over. Then coming up here, we make a small jog to the right, and then we do the S-curve. And it wasn't as drastic of a turn this time, but it's still kind of steep, so still got to be a little careful going through there. And I cut the corner a little. I imagine that silence wall, yeah, it looks like it's overlapping the bridge, so it's done. Coming up through here, the median is in place. I'd say that everything from that bridge to the airport is pretty much completed, except for this one hole they're digging up here. It was substantial. Got something off to the side. Not sure what that pile of dirt is. Median hasn't been prepped or poured. The median dye, whatever pouring thing, is sitting up at Long Shoals. So who knows? There's the hole they're digging. Who knows when that's going to come down here. They've got the rebar set up near the Fanning Bridge. So they're waiting on something. Don't know what. Because the last time I saw a median get placed, well, that's true, it did take a couple of weeks for them to decide it was all perfect. Getting it leveled and stuff, maybe? I don't know. And here we go up to the airport, and I drove past the airport because I thought that I wouldn't need to come back to the airport for anything, and then I got asked to go back. But still, it was a clear day, very little traffic, at least as far as backlog. So I ran up to Long Shoals, and you can see this big old pile of dirt on the left, and they're digging something out there. And we can see quite a lot of this work as we come down this hill over there on the left. It was quite neat to see this, and then when I came back, it was neat to see what they had done for the day. Got a line of trucks and the grinder at the bottom of the hill, and you can see how much they've gotten done and how much they're digging and all that. Digging up the concrete. And down here at Glen Bridge. Is this where the grinder was? I think the grinder was up there. Yeah, it was. Anyhow, they got stuff going on here. There, you can see some of the pipes and stuff. Kind of wish they had mirrors or something on those trees so I could see what they're doing. That would be interesting. I would really like to see what's going on in this section, because they've got some heavy equipment over there digging and moving stuff. And I kind of wonder if there's a tunnel underneath the freeway, at least a big old drainage tunnel going under right there. And up we come to Long Shoals. Got a pretty good view of all of what's happening up here, which isn't a huge amount. And then I have a truck go by me. Can't really see a lot anyhow from where I was. Okay, getting off at Long Shoals. Then I went and did some work for a few hours. Then I got asked to go back to the airport and buy something that we needed. So I thought I was going to be getting back on at Long Shoals, but I got back on at the airport. And this off-ramp and exit will never be any nicer or easier or more fun. It's just a pain. It was decently well laid out, but it's still a pain, especially if you want to go all the way to the left right here, which is astoundingly difficult. So let's go back to the airport. Hopping on my normal place. Pull over to the left side so I can see more. And it was loaded with traffic. This is like 5 hours later, because I had a lot of work to do. And luckily I was able to get over all the way quite quickly, because I had a couple of nice people let me in. And then we just stopped. Total and complete stop. They had a they had the 𝐷𝐸, the excavator up here. It was parked. They had a grinder spraying asphalt into dump trucks. It was kind of funny. After I got there to look at what was going on, and the dump truck that they were spraying into, the gate might not have been 100% closed or something, because it was spilling asphalt right behind it. Can't see it on this view, but you can on the other ones. Got the on the left view, you'll see it. Pulled up here and stopped, and he's moving. You know, he moved a good foot or two while we were sitting here. How long is this? About 35 minutes. Not moving fast, but he is moving. And we're just sitting here, wasting our time. Sitting on the dock of the bay, wasting time. There we go. About 30 seconds. He moved at least a foot, I think. But he is pumping it out. I mean, that is a solid line just flying out of that thing. Moving a lot of asphalt right there. Got a nice view of it from the side view, so be sure to watch that. Today's next 4 miles. Of course, this is rush hour. And we come over the hill here to Glen Bridge, slowly. Ever so slowly at rush hour. And again, not a whole lot of really interesting stuff, just the changes that have happened. It's interesting to see what can happen in several hours. I wonder where they brought that grinder from. Maybe it was the one that was up here, because there wasn't one up here? I don't think. Anyhow. They're not grinding right here on the left. Oh, no, it was on the other side. Where were they grinding? I'm going to have to go back and look. Yeah, I think they were there on that side. Anyhow, going over Long Shoals. It was a beautiful day today. Pretty warm, but it was nice and clear and just gorgeous. And the pallets of rebar. And we get past the exit for Long Shoals, the on-ramp. Always a bad spot for slowdowns right here, because we got so many people coming all together and we all have to merge, and nobody really likes doing that. Oh, there's the thing. Got a plane coming in. The median mold horror thing at the other side of the bridge. Oh, okay. Anyhow, coming up here to, yeah, this is where they were grinding, because it was just downhill from the auxiliary road. I'm gonna have to edit that out.
Yeah.
Oh, goodness. Okay, coming up here to the auxiliary road, they have been taking this thing apart. They tore up all the pavement on the other side. I wasn't surprised that they took the pavement up, but they're digging out the gravel and tearing out the stabilization mats. So I'm just confused. I guess we'll find out what happens when they finish with the bridge, because they're moving a lot of stuff. And we can see the crane from the other side, the big crane. I'm going to guess that we're going to have new pieces going up before October. But they got to make sure it's all level and totally happy before they put anything up there. So I imagine it'll be at least a week or two before they get the first piece placed. But then after that, it should go relatively quickly. And this is interesting. They've got this excavator here blocking the access road to the bridge. So nobody's going up that side. We'll see. They all go to the other foot on the other side, so maybe they don't need to. Who knows? And as we come down here, everybody was hitting their brakes, and it was like, just coast. Don't try to speed up. But they have definitely leveled and compacted this gravel down here from this pile of dirt just past this corner down about 3/4 of the way to the bridge, and then they just made a little path over to the bridge. Who knows? They're going to expand it eventually. But this looks like it's getting prepped to be paved from this pile down to the bridge almost. That is flattened, and that is compacted. That is ready to be paved. So are they going to do that before they finish the bridge? This is going to be interesting to see. Just, I guess, finishing the compaction. And then right here, about 3/4 of the way to the bridge, it goes down to one lane, and you know, they still have to finish this up before they can tear all that out and pave it. But I saw something that I wasn't sure about when I first saw it. But take a look at this semi-trailer on the right. You can just get a quick glimpse of it right here. That looks like sheets. And I'm guessing it's the platform sheets, whatever, for paving the bridge. So maybe they're going to start putting down the paving surface before they put down those last beams to the pier there. That's going to be interesting to see. I mean, it's going to take them a while to put that many sheets down, so they probably have a while before they, you know, going to have any concerns. But there's the paver. It looks like they're getting ready to do some work. So it's going to happen soon. But again, it might be next week. It might be this coming week. It might be the week after. But they're getting ready. They're getting ready to do some more paving and get closer to the bridge with that new concrete. So got some pipes there. Wonder where those are going to be used, because drainage is drainage. So maybe they just haven't finished building all the drainage stuff. There's a lot of pipes there. Maybe that's what's going on near the parkway still. Who knows? Well, here we are at 191. This has been another full run for the week. And if you made it this far, thank you. Please do the comment, like, subscribe so that YouTube will know that I'm worth watching. And enjoy the update. Thank you for your time. We'll see you next time. Have a good week.